Welcome back, guys, to the channel. It's time to do a little bit of a dash cam install. My last dash cam I had wasn't the best. It was a pre-production unit, and then the units they sold were better, but they never sent me a new unit, so mine was always pre-production. And the company I'm working with, they're out of business now, so there we go. The site that I was dealing with, the Canadian company that was importing and selling it, is now no longer. Out of the blue, a sponsor said, hey, I want you to try our dash cam. I'm like, perfect, because mine's broken. The Motowolf dual dash camera with screen. And also they sent a wireless charger, which is pretty cool because my phone does support wireless charging. However, I use the RAM mount that's really slim. You need an X grip. So I don't know if it's gonna work with this because it adds too much depth, if you will. But let's stop the talking. Long story short, I'm gonna pull the bike out. It's kind of tucked away. Shout out to Wild Rose. They sent me a tin thing sign for my wall, which is kind of cool. Hard to do one-handed. There we go. Yes, it's still winter, so she's just tucked away, unfortunately. Still looks so good for a 2015, don't you agree? Let's get this wire out. Gotta take this piece off this piece. The tank and the seat. Just open this guy up and we'll do a little unboxing here. She's pretty. This is much nicer than the other one. The unit itself so far. So it's the M6 I have here. Motowolfstore.com. Again, thanks guys for sending me this unit. It was actually really good timing. I make fun of my Instagram all the time and people are like, oh, it just so happens I found this cream I needed, which is BS because it's a sponsored post, but hey, this is legit good timing, I swear. Cables, install stuff, sticky, more cables, okay, cool, looks good. Here's the actual unit itself, so it looks like it is pressure fit too, because as you know, she is a very vibraty biatch. Would you look at this? This is the power, then I have to, 12 volt, which is easy peasy, which goes into this lead and all this stuff. But look what they included. Would you look at this? I have two USBs installed under my seat. Lots of bikes now are coming with USB underneath the seat, which makes it so much easier to install this because this is really easy, guys. I mean, anyone with a little bit of knowledge can get two wires, get a trigger, get a 12 volt. It's not that hard anyways. So here's the main unit. Look how thin it is, it's freaking tiny. And it comes with this guy too. Little pouch for it, looks like. Then we have the front camera, rear camera. Looks like a save button of some sort, so if something happens you can lock the file. It's got a little lock symbol. The camera will focus, there we go. I don't know if I'm gonna put this on my bike, not really my jam. Then we have the cables here and mounting equipment. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out the old dash cam just for speed. There's no point kind of showing that because I wanna show the installation of the new one. Every bike's different, but trust me, take off the tank, you get so much more space because you have to run a wire from the power, which is typically under the seat with your battery or whatever, run it along all the way to the front camera. So trust me. Plus I have it all zip tied nice. You can see the wiring kind of tunnel that I choose. Kind of hard to see. It goes through underneath here, down here, all the way along here into the trunk. Really long cables. Looks like they're easy to pull, nice and skinny. So I found the mounting system. It's a small band with a screw, and when you tighten the screw, it holds the camera, and the white dot signifies up. But the bracket itself seems quite small, which is good, and it's double-sided tape, or you can screw it in, but on a naked bike, there's not much to put it in, so I had my old bracket here. Well, that could work. I have to figure this out, put the camera down, figure it out, I'll be back. So with the KTM, you're able to fold the headlight forward, which gives you access to right here. So when the camera goes right here, I wonder if I can do it single-handed. There's the green connector right there, and then I can just fish it. So easy. So that was so easy to do, not much to show. I just zip tied the green connector inside the headlight so you don't actually see, or it doesn't vibrate down and be ugly. So I'm just gonna zip tie this wire loom together Get some light on there for you guys. There you go. And then we're gonna move along, and then we'll zip tie it right there, and move along, zip tie it here. I have extra space. The second camera from my last install was down here, but it vibrated off. I'm gonna see if I can't get it on here somehow again and face the camera backwards. Plugged in the USB. My USB is triggered by a license plate, so it's not on all the time to save power. There is a battery inside of this, 400 milliamp hours. Let's see if it turns on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's got noise too.
The TF card is not inserted.
Yeah, I need to go with the SD card. So that's what the camera's looking at. If I do this. There we go. Okay, so we know this works. Man, the KTM makes a funny noise, eh? That's awesome. It's got noise on it. It's got some speakers. I don't know if I'm going to run the rear camera. There's nowhere for it to go. I normally don't use these. I take these off so I can turn this off. And that turns off too. I take these off when I don't have a passenger or I'm not using my luggage kit. So there's nowhere really for it to go underneath. So I'm probably going to skip the rear camera. I had the rear camera last time and it fell off because it's so vibrating back there because it's a V-twin. And from doing all the wheelies and whatnot, I just don't think it's the best. Maybe I'll find a spot for it. I have to find a place for this to go. I think I'm just gonna tape it there to see, hopefully that works and lasts. Yeah, I'm gonna tie it up a little bit. I'll be back in a second. Here's the wireless charger. He wanted me to install as well, but I'm not going to, unfortunately. It won't work. It's too thick. The case I have is from Ram Mount, is very, very molded to the phone, so I need to get a different mounting for it. It goes on your X grip like this, and when you put your phone on the X grip, it just gets juice. I'm gonna see if I can get it hooked up and working, but that might be for a later video. On hold until I get a different mounting solution for my phone. Let me finish up this, install the condom onto the dash cam. Gonna install a GPS piece. I think it has to be visible. Hopefully not, because I don't want it to be visible. If not, again, I won't use it. GPS not so important. It's just like when you're riding a motorcycle, the most important thing is to have something recording, either your helmet camera or your bike camera. So some of the features I might not use just because I don't want it to be shown. I don't want this to be shown anywhere. I don't want the button, like, look at this. I don't want the button anywhere. I just don't care for that. I want it just to run and record in the background. If something happens, I'll pop the SD card out to make sure I actually have that file I need, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, we'll stop rambling, back to work. That was so easy to install. There's the condom on it. I just tucked it under the little strap in the trunk of the KTM here. Here's all the wires. I did not put the GPS on. Just zip tied the cable's a little nicer there. Ran it all the way down here. Zip tied here. Zip tied to a factory point right there. And then always zip tie with your steering on the full opposite, I guess, lock. So when you bring it in, the cables come closer, but here they're stretched away the most. Don't go too tight, allow some play, some movement. And it's that easy to install a dash cam. Yes, I had USB under here. Lots of bikes do now from factory, but to install the USB, you just go off of a trigger. So ground and then a trigger. So for me, I use license plate lights as a trigger. And voila. Put the tank back on, ready to rip. There we go, that's how we're gonna leave it for right now. Can't ride because unfortunately right now it's still snowing and it's like freaking -30 and it's freezing outside. So we'll come back with some footage. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We're gonna have some more driving examples, some more clips, finish a dash cam install, go over the app and its features, and also finish off with the wireless charger. See you on tomorrow's video.